Hello, my cosmic friends. Welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Cosmos Tarot 2. My name is Cosmos. Nice to meet you if you are new. If you're one of my subscribers, welcome back. If you're one of my channel members, thank you so much for all your support. You guys really help me out a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. In this channel, I use the tarot cards and the oracle cards to learn about K-pop, the industry, individual idols, the groups, and anything in between when it comes to K-pop. In this channel, I do free requests, but I also do paid readings. Today's video is a paid reading. Thank you so much, dear, for, trusting me with your requests. I do have more than 200 requests, guys, so that's why, it may take me a while. And that's why I give you guys also the option. If you want to skip that line, that's where the paid readings come in. Paid readings are $35. If you only have one question, then that will be $5. Okay. The link to my Buy Me A Coffee is in the description down below. If for some reason Buy Me A Coffee is not available in your country, then you can buy a super thanks. Although my preferred method is Buy Me A Coffee. Okay. All right. Today's reading is going to be about Junghwan. Okay, Junghwan, he is a member of the K-pop boy band Treasure. Now, Treasure was created through the survival show YG Treasure Box. As of right now, there's 10 members in Treasure. Choi Hyun-suk, Ji-hoon, Yoshi, Jungkyo, Jung Jae-hyuk, Asahi, Haruto, Doyeon, Park Jong-woo, and Mr. So Junghwan. Treasure debuted back in August 7, 2020. Okay. Like I said, I will focus on Mr. Junghwan today. Now, Junghwan, he is the lead dancer, vocalist, and the magne of the group. He was born on February 18, 2005, making him an Aquarius. Alrighty. I'm gonna put that there in case I need it again. Now, this is a general reading, and the person that requested this reading gave me a list of questions. So first, I'm going to do my reading, see what we can learn about Mr. Junghwan, and then I will answer the questions at the end. Okay. So let's see. Let's start off with your energy, sir. How are you feeling? What can we know about you? Okay, there's that one. Ooh, okay. I'll show you in a sec. Hold on. And this one, let's see. Okay, the card that flew out is Willpower. Willpower. And it has a bowl. And this is making me think of Taurus energy. So somebody influential. I feel like it's a family member. I don't see if it's a man or a woman, but I am getting that sensation that it's a family member. That might be a Taurus sign. And I see him talking on the phone. So it looks like recently he has been talking with this family member a lot. Being a K-pop idol, it's not so glamorous as a lot of people make it out to be, right? There's challenges and stuff like that. So it looks like whenever Junghwan has a problem, or if he just needs to get something off his chest, he will contact this Taurus person, whoever that is. Happiness. Dealing with YG Entertainment sometimes is difficult. YG, with Blackpink, that is a girl K-pop group under the same company. Their marketing strategy is, giving the bare minimum. A scarcity mindset. With Blackpink, somehow it worked. It was a miracle. It worked. Blackpink is a very famous group. And it looks like this same strategy was applied with Treasure, but it has not gone the way they were hoping. And sometimes that can be very frustrating. The thing here, though, with Junghwan, even if he speaks up, tries to, get Treasure to do a little more. It looks like people take him the least serious because he's a maknae. Maknae is a Korean word for the youngest. So he is the youngest of the group. Therefore, his words don't count a lot. His points of view don't count a lot. Korea, and I would say Asia in general, has this very patriarchal senior based system in which you listen to the oldest but not the youngest. Financial security. It looks like having financial security is a big thing for Junghwan. Sometimes he wonders, how am I going to have financial security if YG doesn't give Treasure a lot of work? They don't give them a lot of work. They don't give them a lot of comebacks. And it looks like there's not that much work outside of the company either. So he's wondering, how am I going to do that? I don't know how popular Junghwan is. You guys let me know if you know. I mean, I have listened to some music from Treasure, but I don't really follow them. Okay, so you guys let me know. When it comes to popularity, where does Junghwan stand? But it looks like, well, in the end, he's going to be okay. The universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it, and whatever he believes in, is saying, don't worry, you're going to be okay. And I just heard, keep doing what you're doing. So, Junghwan, if by a miracle you're watching this, number one, I hope YouTube translates it the right way. And if not, I hope you are able to speak English or you have somebody that can speak English pretty well. But you're going to be okay. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep working. If opportunities come, and of course, if you're allowed to take them, because YG has to approve everything, right? If you're allowed to take them, take them. And just keep going. You're going to be okay. Okay, we have safe travel. I don't remember if Treasure is in the world tour right now or if they are done with it. But either way, I see a plane in here. So it looks like there's going to be more travels for Junghwan. As a group though, I don't see him doing like individual travels. So it looks like as a group, he's gonna continue to travel and do other functions. We have wisdom, and I just heard gaining experience. So, I mean, Junghwan is not a complete rookie anymore, right? But, of course, in comparison to other groups that have been around longer, he is a rookie. But it looks like he's going to continue to get experience, get wisdom. And also, it looks like Junghwan is going to make other people see the realities of idol life. You know, the companies are constantly trying to recruit trainees, right? To make more groups and stuff like that. And at least recently, it looks like, less young people are desiring to become K-pop idols. So, the decrease in trainees has been noticeable. And it looks like Junghwan, he's not going to discourage anybody, but he will make them see the truth. I mean, companies, they say, yeah, it's going to be difficult, but you know what? It's going to be worth it. You're going to be famous. You're going to have money, blah, 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 blah. But they don't go that much detail into the realities of being a K-pop idol, right? But it looks like Junghwan, he's not going to discourage anybody, but he will make people see the truth. So he will share his experience and the wisdom that he has gathered. It looks like he will be sharing that with others in the future. And we have navigation. Now, I'm not saying Junghwan is going to retire anytime soon, but there are moments he does think about, okay, after I retire, what the heck am I going to do? The only experience I have is being a K-pop idol. So do I want to stay in this industry? Or do I want to give a go to having a normal life a normal job after this. Or maybe do I want to be like a live streamer, a YouTuber? Excuse me. I mean, I don't know how much he's getting paid, right? But once again, he's thinking after idol life, after he decides, okay, that's it. He's thinking of, once again, that financial security. He's thinking about that. There will come a time in which, maybe I'm too old, or maybe I just don't want to do this anymore. What else can I do? Of course, at the moment, he's focused on his job being an idol, right? But, from time to time, he does think about what is going to be next for him. But once again, he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. I don't see him, struggling. He's going to be okay. He'll be able to have a comfortable, stable life. But once again, he needs to keep doing what he's doing, keep working. If he's allowed to take opportunities, take them. And also, Junghwan, even though it's hard, right? I think all of us worry at one point or another if we're going to have that financial stability. But Junghwan also needs to believe that he will be stable. He is prosperous. Okay. This deck is catching my attention. What else? When it comes to Junghwan of Treasure, and let me shuffle again. Every time I use this deck, this is the Osho Zen deck. There's always somebody that's going to critique. But you know what? If you are a rookie or you've been doing tarot for a while, use the cards the way you feel is best, okay? That is one thing people don't understand. But anyways, I know that was off track, but I don't know. I just felt that I had to say that, so maybe somebody is listening that needed to hear that. Okay, we have morality. Interesting. Rebirth. I mean, obviously, Junghwan, he's not a baby, right? He's not a baby. But it looks like, as time has passed, as he has had his own experiences in life, he has matured quite a lot. Maybe Junghwan is not aware of it, but people, that know him, family, friends, and stuff like that, they have noticed that he has grown, that he has now his own set of morals, his own ideas. Now, some people don't like it, but nobody's gonna like everything about you, right? But that change is very noticeable. There's courage. Some people feel that he has become more brave, a more courageable person. We had new vision, adventure, past lives, and we have sorrow. Okay. Once again, people have noticed that he has changed. He has matured. Not just, the physical, but also the inside, emotionally, mentally. It looks like one of the things that people have noticed, well, the people that are closest to him, right, is that he is more willing to travel alone. Maybe in the past, it looks like he was a little hesitant. But ever since, he went on the survival show and now he's an idol, it looks like he's more brave in comparison to the past. Yes, there has been those tough moments, But it looks like also one thing that has changed with Junghwan is that, yes, he's going through a tough time, but eventually he would say, you know what, it's worth it. I will make it worth something. What I'm doing is not for nothing. Versus in the past, yes, there is sorrow, but once again, he was younger, right? So once again, this change is maturity, the way he thinks, the way he acts. So it looks like a lot of the people that were close to him, they have noticed that yes, if he is just feeling overwhelmed, he will let it out, he will cry, he will get angry, but okay, in the end, he's gonna pull himself together and say, you know what, fine. This and this happened. I hate it. I don't like it. But you know what? It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Yeah. Sometimes maturing is about you changing the way you see things, right? And by changing the way you see things, the way you register things, well, that is also what you attract. Once again, YG's system when it comes to, their idols is a little strange. But as frustrating as it is, I see Junghwan saying, you know what, it's okay. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. It's for the greater good of the team. It's also for my greater good. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Okay. Let's see. Let me use this one now. What do you want to say about Junghwan Treasure? There we go. I don't see a lot of individual activities for Junghwan. We have the Ace of Wands. And it's not because he doesn't want to. He would like to. He would like to, do more individual stuff, but it looks like, well, YG is not allowing it. We had the Five of Cups. So one thing is YG not allowing it. And also, it looks like there's not much proposals, to go to this event, be an ambassador for this, be a model for that. It doesn't look like for Junghwan there's a lot of individual, offers like that. So that also can be very frustrating because he does want to do more, but it looks like, well, not much is being offered, or just YG is just saying no. Well, to make him dependent on the company. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, it looks like companies, whether it's fashion, drinks, food, travel agencies, whatever. It looks like a lot of them also wonder, okay, if we ask for, well, not just Junghwan, but Treasure in general, will the Kpop company be reliable? Will the Kpop company be reliable? Will they go through with their word, or will they give us too much trouble to schedule something? And well, okay, I know we're not talking about SM Entertainment, but SM Entertainment comes to mind here. SM, this company is notorious for, agreeing. For example, I'll use Ning Ning of Vespa as an example. It has been agreed that she will be an ambassador for Versace. I think that's the brand. I always forget, but anyways, for this fancy clothing brand. But it looks like whenever, they ask for Ning Ning to go to an event, either they don't answer calls, they don't answer emails, or they say, oh, she cannot go because she has an event for us. And you guys didn't tell us. even though the company, asked them ahead of time, they never answer. So, like I said, SM is notorious for doing that. So, companies that would like to work with Junghwan or with the whole group, they wonder, is this company gonna be like that? You know what? Let's not risk it. Let's not do business there. Let's ask for Blackpink instead, because Blackpink is more famous compared to Treasure, compared to Junghwan by himself. It's gonna be tricky, but at least with Blackpink we know that our brand is gonna be out there. So no, I don't see a lot of individual things for him. And if he does do individual things, it looks like it's just going to be for like smaller brands. Yeah, I keep hearing that, smaller brands. So brands that are not that known. Maybe to us here in the West, kind of known over there in South Korea, but yeah, nothing high class, I guess I could say. Okay. Let's see, this one's catching my attention. What else? We have Temperance, Page of Swords, King of Pentacles, and there's the Nine of Swords. It looks like Junghwan for the moment, he's just mostly focused on being an idol. I don't see him thinking about love, having a girlfriend, getting married, children. I really don't see that, like, at all. It's not a priority. His priority right now is working, getting along with the members. And I'm not saying he has a terrible, time with the members of Treasure. No, I'm not saying that. But, he's focused on that, on the members, getting along, working, practicing, trying to work with YG, Young, and the founder, Young Suk, in his frustrating way of, managing the team. But once again, it looks like he is just focused on his work, because eventually he wants to be financially secure. But once again, I don't see him going broke or anything like that. But based on current energy, that is his main focus. Working, doing a good job, being financially stable in the future. And also once in a while thinking, okay, once I'm done being an idol, what am I going to do? And once he feels that he is in a stable place, whether it's him living by himself and him having a home where he lives by himself and having that financial security, that financial stability, that's when perhaps he'll think about, dating, getting married, maybe children. But you know what? That seems so far away. So, like I said, he's not really thinking about love at the moment. And also, another thing that I'm seeing here is he's saying, what will be the point of me, having a girlfriend right now? There's a lot of psychos out there that probably don't even know me, but they just like the group. And, if they hear that I'm dating, it could affect the whole group. And I don't want to be dealing with those psychos. He doesn't. And also, there's sasaengs. Sasaengs are these obsessive, quote-unquote, fans. I just like to call them psychos because they're psychos. They violate privacy. Sometimes they even sneak into idols' homes and, they steal stuff. And it's crazy. But, yeah. There's those people, too. So, yeah, he doesn't want to deal with psychos in general. So yeah, once again, his focus is his job, and that's it. Anything else when it comes to this young man, Junghwan? And this one, let's see. Okay, we have success. That's good. Okay, there's passion. And I just heard late 30s. Okay, late 30s. Joy and harmony. Wait, he was born 2005. Okay, oh my gosh, I was never good at mental math. Let's see. Plus 10, that's 2015. 2020, was he 15? Dang. Okay, in 2025 now. So yeah, he's around 20, 21. No, wait, what am I saying? Hold on, 25. No, he's 20. He's going to be 21. Okay, so yeah. Late 30s, maybe that's when I see him with a young lady, but once again, okay, picture yourself in a tunnel. You are at the beginning of the tunnel and the tunnel is way too long. You see the light at the end, but you don't really see what's, at that end. That's the way I see. I see Junghwan, I see this young lady, but I don't really see her face. This is what I see. So once again, I see the tunnel, I see him hugging this young lady, but I also see trees, and it looks like they're just walking around. It could be a park, it could be a forest, or a national park. And the trees, they're like obscuring her face. So there's branches and they're covering her face. I see her silhouette, I see her hair, which seems to be down to her shoulders, brown. But yeah, I don't really see her face. But yeah, late 30s. And that is based on current energy, okay? Keep in mind, energy is always changing, so things can change. But based on current energy, that is how tarot works. That's what I see. And you know what? Yeah, there seems to be passion. Joy, that's just another word for happiness, right? And they do seem happy. And once again, here with success, he will be okay. I mean, it's normal not to worry about your retirement in the future. I know I do sometimes. But, in the end, he's going to be okay. I see him being successful. I see him happy in harmony. Harmony is another way of saying peace. Okay, so I do see him peaceful. But yeah, it's going to take a while to get there, okay? At the moment, like I said, work is his main focus. Work is his main focus to eventually have that stability. Okay, and I just heard, and that is all. So for this part, that is all. I'm going to clear the table and I'm gonna now answer the questions, okay? So give me 1 sec. All right, guys, welcome back. Well, in case you notice, I do have a different shirt on because, well, I am answering Mr. Junghwan's question on the next day. So, I did my reading on one day and the questions on the next one due to my work schedule, okay? All right. So, like I said, I'm going to answer his questions now, and we have 7 of them. So, and these are just the order in which, the person that requested the reading are written, okay? So, number 1. What should Junghwan be aware of in the near future / after the world tour? Okay, let's see, young man. What should you be aware of? What should you be aware of? Okay, I just heard of scammers. I just heard of that. And with AI and well, let's be honest, companies selling your data, I am not surprised that's something that is coming up. Okay. And you know what? I see this one right here. And also, well, Mr. Junghwan, he's still fairly young. He's still fairly young, so it's easier to scam young people and older people. So that's one thing. Beware of scammers. Okay, we have Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, well, like I mentioned in the first part of the reading, something he really wants eventually, right, is that financial stability. So yes, in order to get there, yes, he has to work, but also manage his money pretty well. So that's one thing. And you know what? I don't see faces. In fact, I see backside. So I see his backside, and I see like young ladies being next to him. So this may be dates, there may be family members, but those kinds of people that when you have money, oh, they're there for you, right? The moment you don't have money anymore, they go bye-bye. So beware of that kind of people as well. And also, well, I would say he will also have to be aware of self-sabotage. Like we have seen, eventually he wants to have that excuse me, that stability. But if he's constantly being fearful about the future once he retires and possibly not having that stability, well, that is what he's gonna call onto himself, that lacking. So instead of saying, oh, what if I am not stable in the future, he should say, in the future I will be stable. Every day I am more stable. So that's one thing. And I know that that may not be the answer that we might be expecting, but yeah. So scammers and self-sabotage. Okay, next one. Number 2, let me cross it out because I don't want to read the same question twice. Okay, number 2. What is Junghwan's relationship with YG Entertainment? Okay, let me use this one. Junghwan, what is your relationship with YG Entertainment, dear? What? Okay, that one. And I'm feeling the bottom one here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, the card that flew out is the card of creativity, but it came out in reverse. So even oracle cards, if they come out in reverse, pay attention to that. So lacking creativity. And you know what? I see Baby Monster here as well. I know we're not talking about them, but from Junghwan's point of view, there's a lack of creativity with them, but also with Baby Monster. Baby Monster just had their comeback and all of that. And from his point of view, yeah, the music video, it looks great. It looks like a cinematic universe, blah, blah, blah. But that tough pop type of style that YG has, yeah, well, he feels that. Okay, great. It's good to have your signature, but do something else once in a while. You don't have to put every artist under that tough image, rapper, wannabe look. It's okay to switch it up. So that's one thing. Okay, there's wisdom. Okay. Concealment. Interesting. And elixir of life. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Another thing YG is kind of infamous for is sometimes it's not having a lot of comebacks. I know they're famous for doing that with Blackpink. I don't know with Treasure, okay? But I think they're doing the same thing. Treasure hasn't had that many comebacks that I am aware of. I could be wrong, but Junghwan feels like, you know what? I don't have to worry about getting old too fast because he feels that, well, he's not doing a lot. That's where the elixir of life comes in. Of course, to have a lasting life, you need health. And, well, part of that is not stressing out so much, not overworking yourself. And you know what? Junghwan feels that, no problem. I got the elixir of life here because I'm not doing much. from his point of view, right? Here with Wisdom, he does feel that, okay, YG is part of the big four companies in K-pop because there's a lot of wisdom. The people that work there, they have a lot of wisdom. The teachers, the choreographers, they do. But management, though, management, it's a little tricky here with concealment. It's a little tricky because, well, one day they're happy with you, another day they're criticizing you, but then the other day they're happy with you, even though you did the same thing that they were criticizing you the day before. So it's tricky. You don't know what to expect. But yeah, once again, the people that work there, they have a lot of wisdom. They are very creative, but it's the executives that can be tricky. It can be very tricky dealing with them. And yeah, once again, he feels that, well, there's not a lot of creativity. And they're not the K-pop idols themselves, not just Treasure, but the K-pop idols as a whole. He feels that they're not allowed to have a lot of creativity. Okay. Number 3, will anything come to fruition between Ruel and Junghwan? Okay, I hope I'm saying this gentleman's name the right way. I'm saying Ruel, R-U-E-L. It could be Roel, but I think Ruel sounds better. He's an Australian singer, okay? And Junghwan has done some covers of his songs, and he has, praised him for the way that he has sung. And apparently one time he was asked if, there was a possibility of a collab. So let's see, will anything come from this? Let's see. Ruel and Junghwan. Whoa. Okay. This one flew. Oh, there's 2. Okay, we'll take those. This one and this one. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. The desire is there. The desire is there for sure. The 8 of Cups, but it's YG and the 3 of Wands. Okay, from Junghwan, the desire is there, okay? The desire is there, and it looks like Mr. Ruel, he will be open to working with Junghwan or just everybody in Treasure. And it could be beneficial, okay? It could be, but it's YG. It's YG. From YG's point of view, Mr. Ruel, well, he's not that famous, and it will be better to work with an American artist. Honestly, I had never heard of Mr. Ruel before, so I don't know. You guys tell me how famous he is if you know of him. But yeah, YG is saying, no, an American, singer will be better. So it doesn't look like anything is going to come out of this, okay? Okay, next one. How does Junghwan contribute to Treasure's success? Let me use this deck here. All right, young boy. How do you contribute to Treasure's success? Whoa. Okay, these 2 flipped over. Okay. And this one, let's see. We have best possible decision. Safe travel. Okay. Safe travel, and anxious are very cautious. So it looks like Junghwan, when they are traveling, he's very cautious. He's very cautious. And I know this is going to sound weird, but here with best possible decision, the visual that comes to mind here is the members hugging Junghwan. And I mean, the picture in this card is nobody's hugging. There's one person there. And she has a bow and she has a cape. And she's sitting down. So yeah, nobody's hugging, nothing of love or anything like that. But you know what? The members feel very comfortable with Junghwan. And from their point of view, it looks like, you know what? YG made a great decision to include Junghwan. So he makes everybody comfortable. He's very cautious when they're traveling. So... He may be the youngest, but he's looking out for everyone's safety, authenticity. Okay, and we have imagination. So it looks like Junghwan can be very playful. I mean, I don't follow Treasure that close, so you let me know. But if he's not like that on camera, at least behind the scenes, he's very playful. And that's where the imagination part comes in. And, well, he's authentic. He looks like he's very authentic, too. I don't know what personality he was assigned, right? Because, I mean, we all know by now, every K-pop idol is assigned a personality. So I don't know what his personality is that was assigned. But it looks like, at least behind the scenes, he's very authentic. He... Okay, if he's annoyed, he will flat out say, I am annoyed, don't talk to me. Or if he feels that something is not just dumb, but, well, I cannot say that, but very effing dumb. You fill in the blank with the F word there. He will say it, and it looks like the members, well, they're amused whenever he gets annoyed, but not amused in the way that they're going to be mean to him, no, but it looks like Junghwan, he doesn't get annoyed or angry that easily. But when he does, it's almost amusing because it doesn't happen often. So he does bring that playful vibe as well. That's how he contributes. And I do see him being very helpful too. You know, whatever needs to be done, he will help you. He may not know how exactly, but you know what? If he will be there, and if you order him go do that, he will do it. Go lift that, he will do it. Okay. Okay. That's 4. Now number 5. How can Junghwan become financially stable in the future? Well, like I said on previously, he needs to stop thinking, what if I am not stable? It is so tough to do, okay? Even me, I'm almost an old lady. I could be a big sister, right? I'm in my 30s. So even for me, it's difficult. Because, you know, the doubt is always there. We're human. But that's one way. Stop saying, what if I'm not able to? No. He needs to switch that. So I am being prosperous now, and I will continue to be prosperous in the future. When I decide to retire, everything is going to be okay. That's one thing. And let's see. What else? What else? How can Junghwan become financially stable? Okay. And the card that came out is inner voice. So yeah. Controlling his thoughts, his emotions. Like I said, it's difficult, right? But he needs to tell to himself, I am prosperous and I will be prosperous. When I decide to retire, or when I gonna do whatever I want to do, I am abundant. Okay, we have participation. Interesting. Going with the flow. So for the moment, just keep on working. Guidance. Okay. Okay. And patience. Okay, for the moment, like I keep saying, talking positive to himself when it comes to his own prosperity. For the moment, keep working as well. From the looks of it, YG is not giving him a lot, but you know, whatever he is allowed to do it, and do it well. Keep going. And here with guidance, well, he himself, whatever beliefs he has, whoever God, the higher power, source, I don't know, a goddess that he believes in, whoever he asks help from, he needs to ask too, what else can I do? Because it looks like he is also going to have to look outside of YG Entertainment. And I know that is very difficult. Idols, well, their life is control. Almost everything is control. So it will be very difficult to work outside of YG Entertainment. But he himself needs to ask for that divine guidance on how he can do it, or he himself needs to ask for, well, YG Entertainment to let loose a bit and let him explore outside of YG. And another thing that is very difficult for us humans is to have patience. But that is also going to be a big factor. we want our stability. We want to know, right, that okay, yes, I am gonna be financially stable. No, I am not gonna be, so that way I can start working on it and stuff like that. Stability takes a while. It takes a long time. So yeah, he's gonna have to be patient. He will get there. Because once again, I don't see him flopping. I don't see him being bankrupt or anything like that. But yeah, it's a process, a frustrating one. No, I think we can all agree on that. We don't have to be idols to feel frustrated sometimes. Now, when things are not working at the pace we would like it, or when we don't have that certainty. But yeah, being patient. Hold on, let me drink some water. Okay. Number 6. What do Junghwan's spirit guides want to... What do Junghwan's spirit guides want him to know? Okay, well, number 1, you will be stable. I intuitively, I just heard that you will be stable. Okay? But once again, it's going to take time. It's going to take patience. So that's one thing. What else? What else, please? What else can we tell this young man? Oh, wow, look at that. Divine guidance. Once again, whoever that is to him, the higher powers are to him, the spirit guides, whoever, however many he believes in, ask for them. Turn to them. Not because you feel obligated to, obviously, right? I mean, there is a moment that you just feel it, right? You look up at the heavens, you ask for help, even if you don't know who you're talking to, you're asking. Don't be shy about it. Of course, be respectful when talking with the higher powers, but don't be shy about it either. Sometimes I have noticed, throughout my whole time of reading tarot, and that's like 10 or 12 years now that I've been doing this, sometimes people get shy when asking about money because it feels like they're being greedy. No, it's okay. The higher powers, once again, whoever that is to you, whoever that is to Junghwan, they understand in this universe, well, we need money. We need money, whether it's euros, dollars, pesos, whatever. We need it. So turn to them. It's okay. Don't be shy. It's okay to get angry. Once again, the higher powers understand. This part of the universe, it's a tough school to be at, but it's okay. Okay, there's wisdom. You will get more wisdom, Mr. Junghwan. You will. Okay? You will. And you know what? A lot of the older people, right? They may underestimate you, but trust in your own wisdom. Okay? A lot of the times, the older generation, like grandparents and great-grandparents, they forget that, well, the world has changed. What you may be going through, maybe it's similar to what they went through, but it's not the same thing, not the same circumstances. So trust in yourself, trust in your own wisdom, and you will acquire more wisdom. Okay, you're young. February 2005. So you're what, 20 years old? You're still young. You will get more experience. Trust yourself. Resilience and confidence. Well, be confident in who you are. It is very difficult, not with, once again, people in YG Entertainment criticizing you, fans or so-called fans, because sometimes I wonder, how can you be a fan and be terrible to the person you claim to love, right? They are always gonna talk. They're going to criticize, but don't let that confidence go down. Be confident in yourself, okay? And once again, that inner voice, your inner thoughts, I am confident, I am prosperous, I am healthy. You know what? You can say, I am the best idol. It's nothing wrong with saying that. Heck, if I had not said to myself a gazillion times, I am the best teacher in the school, these students would have driven me insane. They would have driven me insane, and trust me, my work would have not been appreciated, at least in my old job. But it's okay. I am positive, whatever you say, and that goes for you guys as well. You watching, it's okay. It's okay to say I am the best girl in the world. It's okay. Because your world is your own. You may have a shared environment. In this case, Mr. Junghwan, he may share an environment with the members of Treasure, but you know what? Every member of Treasure is in its own world. So it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And here with resilience, the higher powers are also saying, you have more resilience than you know. I mean, I am not familiar with Junghwan's past, but we all have a past, right? We all have our experiences. He survived, the survival show. He debuted. He's still working. And it looks like some people sometimes tell him that he is weak. No, Junghwan, you're not. You're not weak. You have more resilience than you think. Okay? So once again, I am strong. I am a great idol. If not the best idol. I am prosperous. I am not weak. I also just heard I am healthy. So, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with your physical health, but, our health, once again, it's not just the food. It's a bunch of other stuff that can mess up with us. So, that inner voice, talk to yourself in positives, okay? It's difficult, I know. But, we gotta do it. Okay, that one was a loaded one. And last but not least, let's see. What would it look like if the Treasure 7 lineup debuted as originally intended? With or without Magnum alongside them? Okay, I just heard less lively. So, less lively, that just means less happy. Less friendly too. I'm also seeing that, like, less friendly. There will be a lot more tension between the members. I mean, and of course, I'm not saying Treasure is the best group and they always get along and it's a paradise, obviously, but it will be even more tense, less friendly, less lively. Wow. Okay, what else? Oh. Okay, this one. And I feel this one. Let's see. Junghwan will not be happy there. I just heard that as well. Junghwan will not be happy. Okay, we have the 3 of Wands. Okay. Judgment. Yeah. There will be a lot more fights, and it looks like they will not be as popular as they are now. There's the 6 of Wands. And we had the Ace of Cups. I just heard more judgmental as well. I mean, I'm sure they get Treasure and Junghwan get critiques all the time, but it looks like they will get even more critiques if things were different. They will not be flopping, okay? They will not. Because the 6 of Wands is basically celebrating success. Having success, being successful, or finishing something the right way, okay? So they will still be successful to a smaller degree, at least from my point of view, right? Treasure, I would consider them a middle tier group. BTS, Stray Kids, ATs, they're on the top. Well, first place. Treasure seems to be in the middle, okay? So yeah, they will not be as popular, not as friendly with each other. They will get a lot more critiques. And you know what? I do see members crying. So it looks like, yeah, less happy, more stressful, more sad. Okay. Wow. Okay, and you're always free to not believe a word I'm saying, right? But I just heard Junghwan saying, thank you for taking interested in me, for being interested in me. At least from his point of view, it looks like it doesn't happen often. I don't follow Treasure once again, so I don't know how popular he is, but yeah, Junghwan is also saying, you know what, it feels nice to like have people be curious about me. And I just heard that is also my loves. That is all. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. And once again, to the person that requested this video, thank you. Thank you for supporting my work. And that is all for today, guys. Next video is going to be part 1 of the 700 subscribers Q&A. I finally wrote down all your questions, the ones here on YouTube and the ones that came from Instagram. So yeah, look forward to that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Junghwan, for sharing your energy, letting us get to know you a little more. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.